It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. Tonight, the Clippers will be going up against Baltimore. Well, for Baltimore, this is their...
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. And we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long. So the Clippers win the tip. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Anaheim, we've got Doncic. Pirtle is out there with Jackson. Then there's Gallinari. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the one spot. Well, the NBA, to keep all-stars from having to answer questions about trade rumors, Steve, the league moved up the trade deadline. You like that idea?
Yeah, I do. I think you said it best, the DeMarcus Cousins situation. He was traded while he was on camera. I think that was tough during the All-Star break. So I think the one thing is to get all that done before we get to that chance to have, a player in that embarrassing moment.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
Ulis looking it over. Drops in the layup for two.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
Well, this is where he shows both skill and body control along with the attack mindset.
Now, here is Gallinari. 11 points for him in that last game against the Celtics in Boston.
Well, this gives you some confidence when you drop 3 straight to start the game.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Thomas. No good off the back of the rim. The Clippers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Clippers moving the ball around. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
The Clippers shooting their first foul shot of the night.
What you love about Jakob Poeltl is his size, a 7-footer who plays hard on both ends of the floor.
Here's Gallinari, and it's the Clippers scoring again.
Heating up early on. This is exactly how he wanted to start the night.
Well, he has the ability to get you off on the right foot. Now it's just about sustaining it.
Here is Mason. Here's Thomas. Cans the shot from the wing. Thomas got 5.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
You know, going up against size, you know you have to get separation. Nice move from mid-range.
Now, here is Gallinari. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Pirtle, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. He's got 6.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Mason dishes to Barea. The pass to Thomas. Ulis kicks to Mason. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. 4-on-3 break. At the elbow, Doncic. And it's good for 2.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. And the basket by Thomas. Clippers leading by 4. Doncic passes to Gallinari. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Isaiah Thomas.
Tough guy to defend. Gallinari with the skill, the knowledge of the game, and gifted physically.
Gallinari hits them both.
That's a huge advantage, having a big guy who can shoot free throws like this.
17 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Thomas against Gallinari. Clock at 4. The 17-footer. Thomas gets the bucket. Thomas got 10 points.
The D gave him too good of a look right there. He rose up and knocked it down easily.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen from Anaheim, guys, what do you think?
And boy, I tell you, it didn't take them long to find their rhythm. Strong offense through one.
Yeah, their scoring's been on point. They've got the early lead. Always feels good when that happens.
Mason is out there with Ulis. And there's J.J. Barea. Then it's Thomas. And it's Van Vliet in at the 4.
And looking at Luka Doncic, incredibly mature for his age. Physically, the broad shoulders, weighing in about 230. Mentally, though, advanced understanding of how to play the game.
And for the Clippers, Pirtle is out there with Jackson. Then there's Gallinari. Then there's Doncic. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point. Clippers leading by 4. To the middle. Here's Jackson. Lays it up off the glass. Jackson's got the first basket of the second quarter for Anaheim. You know, Greg, it's amazing that Doncic, at his age, could already have such a complete offensive game.
I mean, a terrific skill set. In Europe, Doncic spent plenty of time as a primary ball handler. Obviously can score in a number of ways, just a versatile threat.
A nice shot by Barea. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. A great 1-2 punch, beautiful pass, and nasty jam.
Leaving no doubt about that one. Gallinari active, getting to the rim.
Mason with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And he's good on the 3-ball. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Gallinari finds Jackson. Shoots over Ulis, and the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Even though Gallinari is not a high flyer, his height helps from mid-range.
Now, here's Ulis. D right on him. Thomas gets a wide open look, and it's off from 3-point range. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Down low, it's stolen by Barea. And it's Baltimore on the break. Here's Ulis. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. 7 points for Tyler Ulis.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And Fred Van Vliet is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Smitty, no doubt you had an outstanding jump shot. Talk about the difference in approach when you're a catch-and-shoot guy versus a pull-up off the dribble shooter.
Yeah, catch and shoot is obviously totally different mechanics, Kevin. You're waiting for somebody to pass it. You're obviously getting your mind set to be able to get yourself in position, get your feet right, and obviously shooting the basketball. Pulling up off the dribble, sometimes it tends to what the defense gives you. And that is an art to see guys like Steph and those guys, Kevin Durant and LeBron, who's added that to being able to be comfortable shooting the basketball off the dribble. That is the hardest part about shooting it, pulling up off the dribble versus catch and shoot.
So as a great shooter, you think that is just, that's the very top. Your admiration is very high for guys that can do that well.
Yeah, because you don't have time to get your feet set and get your mechanics right when the ball is in the air versus having it in your hand.
Baltimore with the ball after the basket by Anaheim on the other end. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the half. He kicks it to Barea. Clock at 6. And the shot is long.
Unfortunately for him, the defense is slow to react, but he couldn't make them pay.
And stolen by Thomas. And now here's Mason, the fast break opportunity. Feeds it to Ulis. Over Doncic. Ulis can't get it to go. Last outing for the Clippers, they won that game against the Celtics in Boston. Jackson passes to Doncic. Six on the shot clock. 13 feet away. Off the left rim and out. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Clippers lead by 5. We've got more in store.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, for the Clippers, Kenny, some perspective, please.
Well, I like that they're aggressively going to the rack. That establishes an attitude, a certain toughness. They just need to stay committed to their game plan.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team. That about right.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Gallinari, what a contribution.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Defensively coming in, you know he's going to be tough to stop, but I'm still waiting to see a plan to even contain him.
They've got Mason. He's out there with Ulis. J.J. Barea is out there with Isaiah Thomas. And it's Van Vliet in at the power forward position. That's the rope for Scott Brooks getting going here in the second half. Pass to Jackson. Lets the 3 fly. There's the triple. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Once he's dialed in, helping to dictate the flow of this game.
Mason kicks to Thomas. Over Gallinari. Barea against Gallinari. Barea, no good.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Ulis passes to Thomas. Kicks it to Barea. Pass to Ulis. And here is Mason. From beyond the arc. That shot off. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. There's the dish to Doncic. Jackson has the open look. Here's Pirtle. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. Pirtle's got 8.
Got to be on the lookout for Pirtle crashing the glass, using his body to wreck the defense on the boards.
Timeout is called, first of the game for Baltimore.
And look, you never want to see a team gut you this way. Really a good timeout.
Some of this is just a matter of toughness, a willingness to play physical inside, something we're not seeing.
Only 3 games until the start of the playoffs. Let's see how the West will be won. You look at Utah. They've continued to play strong basketball, if not utterly dominant, as the last part of the season grinds toward the playoffs. And it looks like, guys, they'll hold on to that #1 spot the whole way there. And, of course, Anaheim. Not really any threat right now, as their record showing a lot more losses.
And right now for the Clippers, they weren't part of the discussion of teams on the rise as we came into the year. And now, quite frankly, we know why. If anything, they've taken a step back.
They really have. And maybe it's not the time to close the book on their season just yet, but that time isn't far off.
Baltimore trails by 10. And here is Barea outside. Buries it from 3-point range. He has 5.
This is what these perimeter plays are designed to produce. Quality looks for spot-on shooters.
Outside Jackson, the 3. Baltimore with the rebound.
He can't find his mojo. Tough quarter for him scoring the basketball.
Count the basket.
Well, you love the fearless, aggressive attitude. Doesn't let size matter.
The minute you back down, everyone can sense it. Then you're in trouble.
Pass to Doncic. Here's Pirtle. And that one is off. And Baltimore going the other way now. Here's Van Vliet. No good from outside. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Gallinari against Thomas. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Gallinari surveying the D. Jackson down low, and that one drops for him. Jackson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And they've gotten very aggressive on the offensive glass here in the second half, getting a lot of second chance points.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Thomas against Gallinari. And here is Thomas. Over Gallinari. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. And so it's the visiting team bringing the quarter to a close with a... And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Gallinari is out there with Jackson. Then there's Doncic. Then there's Pirtle. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point guard. Baltimore trails by 9. Now Barea, the pass to Mason. He kicks to Thomas. Gallinari against Barea. There's Thomas with the 3. Rebounded by Jackson.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Pass to Doncic. And that one drops.
Timeout.
And now it's an 11-point Anaheim lead. Steve, you were kind of a positionless player when you played 6'8", highly skilled. Talk about some of the guys who really fit that bill in today's game.
I think guys like LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, Jason Tatum does a fantastic job. Ben Simmons, Jaylen Brown, he's done a nice job. Gordon Hayward, those are the guys that are 6'8", 6'7", can do a lot of different things at that position. One of the best also at that position, Andre Iguodala, to be able to switch out on offense and also play different positions on the offensive end.
Excellent list. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Kevin, I heard what Scott Brooks said to his team. He is not pleased. And he told them they have to make a push right now. He said, look, we got to make a move or I've got to pull the plug. Pretty blunt stuff, Kevin. Back to you.
Van Vliet can't get it to go.
When you miss a lay-in, it sort of sucks the energy out of your team.
Gallinari against Thomas. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Doncic. From down in the low post, it goes. Doncic has got 4 this quarter.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Thomas kicks to Mason. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
The first free throw is good. Smitty, you're looking around the league right now. Certain players extremely smart. Which guys do you think will make the transition the easiest from player to coach?
You know, some guys that stick out, Chris Paul, I think Mike Conley, LeBron James, obviously. Those guys, they just stick out. You can see their coaches on the floor, Draymond Green. They just have a way because they have those leadership qualities, and also they play the game the right way. They have such a good understanding and a good feel. Those are some of the guys that stand out for me.
That was a good list. You're right. Anaheim leading by 14. 1:16 left here in the fourth quarter. Jackson looking around. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 16.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Anaheim.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season. A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Jakob Poeltl.
No, there's a few ways to control a game, right? You can do it with pace, you can do it with patience and efficiency. Tonight, he did it by owning the boards.
And how about the move he made there to come up and get himself clear in the lane for the deuce?
The feed to Gallinari. Over Mason. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And just putting the finishing touches on this one. They have been on fire.
I mean, a fantastic run. The guys are really clicking, and the scoreboard reflects that.
He's off on the first.
At the line for Baltimore,
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Morris with the ball. So it's Anaheim picking up the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time this one wound down.